Have you ever trusted someone so much that you never thought they could betray you? For me, that person was my best friend. We shared secrets, dreams, and even tears. She was like a sister. But one day, the ground beneath my feet crumbled, and I found myself staring into the abyss of the most painful truth of my life. She was in love, deeply in love with my husband. It wasn't some fleeting crush or a moment of weakness. No, it was a profound and consuming love that threatened to tear our lives apart. Layla and I met in college. Our paths crossed in an art history class, and from the moment we exchanged smiles, I knew I had found someone special. We bonded over books, dreams, and our love for classic films. Soon, we were inseparable. When I got engaged to Adam, my joy knew no bounds. Lala was ecstatic for me, offering her help and support every step of the way. She was with me at every planning meeting, helping me choose the perfect dress, the flowers, and the music. On the day of the wedding, she stood by my side, tears in her eyes as I walked down the aisle towards my forever. For the first few months of my marriage, everything was picture perfect. Adam and I built a beautiful life together, filled with laughter, love, and shared dreams. Layla was a frequent guest in our home, and we enjoyed many nights filled with takeout food, bad reality TV shows, and endless chatter. I remember thinking how lucky I was to have such wonderful people in my life, both my husband and my best friend. But as the year went by, a nagging feeling of unease began to creep into my life. I couldn't quite put my finger on it, but something felt off. I started noticing subtle changes in Adam's behavior. He would leave his phone around, and I, being the loving wife that I was, would often pick it up to hand it back to him. That's when I started seeing the notifications from Layla. They were innocent at first, just friendly texts asking about our weekend plans or how I was doing. But as time went on, the messages became more frequent, more intimate. The casual "how are you" turned into "I miss you." And then one fateful day, I saw a message that stopped my breath. "I can't stop thinking about you," it read. The words hit me like a physical blow. Layla, my best friend, had feelings for my husband. My mind raced, trying to make sense of what I was seeing. Could this be real? Did Layla love Adam? And if so, how could I, his wife, have been oblivious? I confronted Adam, my voice shaking as I held his phone in my hand. He looked at me, confusion etched on his face. I couldn't bring myself to say it out loud, to utter the words that were tearing me apart. Instead, I handed him his phone, letting the evidence speak for itself. The silence that followed was deafening. I stared at Adam, waiting for him to explain, to tell me that what I was seeing was some terrible mistake. But the truth, when it finally came, was like a punch in the gut. Adam admitted that he and Layla had been seeing each other, that their affair had been going on for months. I felt the world crashing down around me. The pain was unbearable. How could I have missed the signs? How could my best friend, my sister, my confidant, have betrayed me in the worst way possible? Tears streamed down my face as I tried to process what he had just told me. All the while, Layla remained silent, hiding behind Adam, refusing to meet my gaze. The pain of betrayal was a heavy weight on my chest, making it hard to breathe, hard to think. It felt like my entire world had been shattered into a million pieces. Days turned into weeks, and I found myself stuck in a labyrinth of pain and confusion. How could I have been so blind? I questioned everything. Our marriage, our friendship, my own judgment. I couldn't understand why Adam would cheat on me, why Layla would betray my trust. I felt lost and alone, unsure of what to do next. In the quiet moments, when the pain would subside and I was left with just my thoughts, I would replay the memories in my mind, searching for answers. The wedding, the laughter, the whispered secrets. It all seemed like a distant dream now, a dream that had turned into a nightmare. I couldn't bring myself to look at either of them. Every time I saw Adam, I was reminded of the shattered vows, the broken trust. And when I looked at Layla, I saw the ghost of our friendship, the betrayal, the pain. As days turned into weeks, I realized that I couldn't keep living like this. The constant pain, the sleepless nights, the haunting memories, it was taking a toll on my well-being. I needed to do something, anything, to move forward. Then one day, I decided to confront Layla. I wanted answers, but deep down, I knew the truth. I wanted to hear it from her lips. I invited Layla over, pretending to be calm and collected when in reality, my emotions were a storm inside me. When she arrived, I wasted no time. I sat her down and asked her why. Why would she betray me in the most painful way possible? Why would she fall in love with my husband? Layla looked at me, tears in her eyes. She apologized, but her apology meant little to me. I wanted to know the why, the how, the everything that led us to this point. She told me about her growing feelings for Adam, how she couldn't control them, but the truth was clear. She had chosen my husband, and in doing so, she had broken my heart. The confrontation didn't bring me closure. It brought me pain, raw and unfiltered. But as I looked into Layla's tearful eyes, I saw the remorse, the regret. I realized that although she had betrayed me, she was also a victim of circumstance. Her love for Adam was as real as my love for my husband. It was a twisted situation, a tangled web of emotions, and there were no easy answers. I know people will say that what I'm feeling is normal. Of course, I should be angry, hurt, and confused. But right now, the most painful truth is that I don't even know myself anymore. I feel like the ground beneath me has shifted. The person I was before all of this happened seems like a stranger, someone who lived a life filled with sunshine and rainbows, completely oblivious to the storms that were brewing on the horizon. And the biggest irony of all is that I still care about them both. I care about my husband who broke his vows and my best friend who broke my heart. Maybe it's my weakness, maybe it's my strength. All I know is that the path ahead feels dark and uncertain. I don't know if our marriage can be repaired or if our friendship can be salvaged. All I know is that I need to find my way through this darkness, to piece together the fragments of my soul, and to find my way back to the light. Because even in the darkest of nights, the sun will rise again and I will see the light. This journey has been a harsh awakening, a stark reminder that life is unpredictable, that trust is fragile, and that love, well, love can be both a blessing and a curse. As I navigate through these turbulent waters, I know that I'm not alone. I have the support of family and friends who rally around me during these tough times. Their love and support give me the strength to keep going, to keep moving forward, no matter how difficult it may seem. So here I am, standing at the crossroads of my life, unsure of what lies ahead. But one thing is certain, I will get through this. I will find my way in the end. Because that's the kind of person I am. I'm a fighter, I'm a survivor. And most importantly, I am loved. I just have to believe that everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. And that gives me hope to keep going, to keep searching for the light, because the light is always worth chasing.